Okay, it is going through now. So 1 second, and I'll put the presentation back up. Are there any students present now? In the Zoom that would like to speak? Okay. Assuming no.
Okay, so we are now in a period of student forum. Any students present in this meeting are welcome to speak at this time during SGA. Okay, cool, awesome. Mara, can you go to the next slide?
Can everybody still hear me?
Not really. Okay, old business. No old business, new business. Guest speaker, Tina Byers. Great, cool. Sorry, my laptop is now freaking out on me too. Cute. All right, Tina Byers is here from ORS, so we are going to give her about the next 15 minutes so she can talk to us and give us her presentation. But I'm going to hand it over to Tina.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Am I coming through clearly? Okay, great. So last year when we tried this with internet connection in the ballroom, and today we thought we'd try it in my kitchen, but I'm not having any success. So I'm going to just talk about a couple of the things that folks have said they wanted to hear about, and then I can share a presentation later and some forums, and we can try again another time. First of all, I'm Tina Byers. I'm the director for the Office of Accessibility Resources and Services. And our main task on campus is to remove barriers and ensure access for students who have disabilities. It's very easy to connect with us these days. So I will share part of the presentation. I will share with Mara so she can share it out with everyone. But we have a very simple connection piece. Folks can call us 336-334-5440. They can email us ors@uncg.edu. They can come by the office in person, or they can get one of our links on our welcome form on the homepage, ors.uncg.edu. They click connect here. Now we take them to a page where there's a welcome form link to fill out. The welcome form takes about 2 minutes to fill out, and then receive that information, or you communicate with us in any other way, we will reach out and schedule either a virtual or an in-person meeting, a consultation, whatever is more convenient for you. The idea is that we work with students who have disabilities, and a disability being anything, a physical or mental condition that substantially impacts a major life activity. So that can be all kinds of things. Some things that folks often don't think about as being a disability. Not everyone realizes ADHD can be a disability, or that anxiety and depression can rise to the level of a disability. Other psychological conditions such as bipolar disorder, or other things such as learning disabilities, folks generally realize. People with mobility disabilities, that's an obvious thing folks tend to notice. Also, deafness or hard of hearing or vision impairments, the kind of things that folks often don't realize, of course, are the anxiety and the depression, the invisible disabilities. And 95%+ of the 1,000 students we're connected with right now have conditions that are invisible. So you wouldn't know it by looking at them. And that's fine. Typically, we're finding that any of these folks have the same or higher IQ than their peers. They just learn things a little bit differently or need a little bit of access in order to have the same opportunity that everyone else on campus does. Again, it's super easy to connect. So when folks can just reach out and we can get that information to you very carefully and easily, but not via internet tonight. So some folks have asked about the sensory lounge, and if you're not aware, it's located in 220 of the EUC, which is right across the stairwell from the entrance to the pod where ORS is located. And the sensory lounge has been very much supported by SGA over the past almost a year now, because it was in spring of 2022, early spring, when we opened it up for a pilot opportunity. And Haas and many other folks in SGA were very excited about it and came by to see what was going on. And we got lots of support, and we put up a QR code so that folks could give us feedback on what they liked and didn't like, or what they thought might be helpful to add or change. And we've allowed all that student agency so that we can make the room something that folks are going to want to use. The good news is, it looks like we're going to get to continue that room, but we're going to move it to a larger space. The EUC has offered us a space downstairs in that hallway to the right of the Chick-fil-A, 041, and we should be moving there sometime in early spring. Again, it's going to be a larger space, so more folks will be able to use the room at any time. I will say, and perhaps y'all can share the word, there have been a few occasions when we've had groups in that room. How do I say this? Not using the room the way that it was intended to be used. So there is a big poster on the door that says, this is a sensory lounge. It's a place to be quiet, come in, decompress, chill, get out of the overwhelming environment that might be going on around you, and just relax for a minute. It is not a place to have meetings or interviews or party or have lunch with your friends, etc. It's a space there for folks who are just feeling overwhelmed and they need to decompress for a bit. So when we find those situations, we try to come in and educate the folks about the purpose of the room, and that usually takes care of things. But we do have some folks who come back and try it again another day. We've had a couple of issues, and we hope that SGA can help spread the word and help us police that area. We've had some items that were stolen from there, which I'm regretful that happened, because I feel like that the majority of folks want that space and want to use it. So perhaps we can brainstorm on some ideas to make it a more secure area and available for everyone. I think that when we move it downstairs to 041, it's going to be checked in a lot more frequently by EUC staff. They plan to check at least once an hour, if not more frequently. But some of the features that we have in there are some low lighting, and SGA has donated a number of things, including I call it the Stargazer. If you've been in there, you know what I'm talking about. So it shows stars in different colors up on the ceiling as part of the low lighting feature, and they sort of move across like they're going across the sky, and we can change the color of that, and we can connect it to music when we have a storage box for the iPad that would connect to that, because we've had, our chargers and different things have disappeared. So we plan to have a stronger storage area, if you will, for the iPad when we move to the new space, a lock box with the cords coming out of it, so that that feature can always be available for everyone. Sometimes we have a water feature up on the big TV in that room. And that's been really great. The waterfall and the sound of that is very calming for folks. There are different kinds of seating in there, beanbag chairs. There's a gold swivel chair, different kind of chairs to help folks feel comfortable. Sometimes we have some throws in there. There are lots of fidget devices in there. There are adult coloring books and kinetic sand. So again, it's just an environment to come in and feel safe and be able to escape from the rest of the world for just a little bit. SGA also created a plaque for us at the end of this past year that shows the support of SGA. And we haven't mounted that yet because of the plan to move it downstairs, and then we'll put it on the wall just outside the opening of that door. And we hope to be able to have some fundraisers and get some raise money for some additional features, such as perhaps a light tube and some other in the, okay, just heard some noise. So anyway, just wanted you to know, please, if you haven't had a chance to go check out the Sensory Lounge, check it out and give us the ideas for what you would like to see as we move it to the new location. And we'll keep you posted on that. And we talked about how easy it is to connect, what we're here for. Also want to let you know the safety walk unfortunately was canceled this year due to the weather. It just didn't cooperate for us on either day. So sorry about that. But if you are out and you notice any safety features that would make access for folks walking around on campus late, perhaps not very comfortable, those can be reported either directly to campus police, or on the ORS homepage on the right-hand column, there's a spot where you can report an accessibility issue. So lights were out, or some of the things that we would have reported had we gone on the walk, where roots have rooted up the sidewalk, so it would be hard for someone, say, who mobilizes on wheels to get across, or a tripping hazard, etc. Those can be reported on that accessibility form. So it's not like there's no avenue for reporting these kind of concerns because we didn't do the walk this year. So hopefully we can get some folks to report those things and get things taken care of. Let's see what else. When folks do connect with us at ORS, want you to know that in the past couple of years, we've switched from a medical model of disability, which was very burdensome and somewhat legalistic in the requirements for connection. Now we're operating under the social justice model of disability, and that makes it a lot easier for folks to get connected. The documentation requirements aren't as rigid, and we're able to meet with folks when they choose to self-identify to us and see what it is that they need. When folks meet with us, our big question is, what's going on with you and how does it impact you? Then once we have that information, we can talk about anything that might impact, and we can craft an accommodation letter from there and get it sent out. The other thing is students, if they need to come back again to follow up or change their accommodations, they don't necessarily have to meet with the same person. They can schedule a meeting with that same person, but everyone in the office, well, all the coordinator levels and up, have been cross-trained so that if you come in one day and say you met with me last time, and next time you come in, I'm busy or I'm not there, anyone else in the office should also be able to help you. See. I think we covered a few of those things there. Oh, some of the kinds of accommodations, common things that we hear as a need for students include things like extra time on tests, a distraction-reduced environment, perhaps assistive listening devices, or FM systems, or recording devices, which we now use the term accessible technology for note-taking. So that could be any kind of recording device. Some folks use their phone if they need to record. Others use smart pens, which we can loan to students. And we have a new software that we've licensed this year. It's called Glean, and we could share a link with you about that. It uses your laptop to record and sync the recordings in your notes with any slides that your instructor may be presenting during the class. So that's we're started off with 50 licenses, and we still have about 20 left. So if there's anyone who feels like that's a need that could be helpful to them, please let us know. Let's see, other kinds of accommodations. Occasionally we have folks who occasionally need extra absences than what their course policy allows, or every now and then some extensions on assignments, especially if they didn't have much notice in advance that there was going to be one. All these things vary by individual. So if somebody came to me with ADHD, let's say 10 of you came to me with ADHD, you could leave with 10 different accommodation letters, because again, it goes back to how does it impact you? And let's talk about what might mitigate that impact. So it can vary tremendously from one person to another. Also want to let you guys know that we are beginning a partnership with the University Proctoring Lab, which is located in Forney 114. That lab has all the state-of-the-art equipment and can provide almost all kinds of testing accommodations that students might need, including adjustable height desks, the extended timepiece, noise canceling or reducing headphones, read and write to have whatever's your test read aloud to you through the headphones. The only accommodation they really can't provide over there is if a student needs a private testing environment. In that case, they would still need to schedule their test with ORS. But we're very excited about that partnership because it's much more inclusive. So anybody can test in that area. It does not have to be someone who specifically has a disability. In fact, the past year, that University Proctoring Lab has been in operation for students who do not have disabilities. And now we're trying to make it a lot more inclusive so that students with disabilities can connect over there and test over there instead of being separated and being required to test in ORS testing space. So we're very excited about that, partnering it over finals, and any folks who have tests scheduled over finals may find them move to that area as we test through that process. And hopefully this will be a good partnership to see how things go, because we only have 4 rooms in our testing space that are private. So there's a lot of opportunity for us to improve and grow. Speaking of which, that is one of our major goals, is to get better every year. Certainly if we're able to get a presentation to you, that would be an improvement. But anyway, we can't do that without your feedback. So please let me know what questions you have and how you think we can better work with students, and we will get on it. How can we help you today?
Okay, I joined from my phone. Can y'all hear me from my phone? Okay, cool. So at this time, if you have any questions or comments for Tina, please put an X in the chat and I will call you to say anything that you need to say. All right, Michael, go ahead. It was Amber first. I'm sorry, Amber.
Oh, Amber can go. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, thanks, Michael. Thanks, Maura. Thank you for all you do, Tina. Is it called the sensory room?
The sensory lounge, yes.
Yeah, the sensory lounge. I only heard about that very, very recently, towards the end of this semester, through a friend. So I'm wondering if there's something you can do or that ORS could do to spread that info, that's available for students, maybe through mass email, especially to ORS students, or through the UNCG affiliated emails.
Appreciate that information. Can you tell me, does SGA, are you guys able to send out emails to the entire student body?
Can I speak? We necessarily don't have those privileges. And Amber, I'm just gonna be honest with you. We kind of had a partnership with ORS to where SGA would be the word spreader of the sensory lounge. So maybe that's on me that you just found out. But we've been trying our best to do like tabling. And then like Tina was saying, it being moved will probably help its location out. But we can definitely talk with the PR team on the SGA to see what we can do to get the word out. Maybe a TikTok over there or some social media campaign will help out, but we could definitely get on that.
Thanks, Haas. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
So-
thank you. That answered my question.
Yeah, and we've also had information about the sensory lounge sent out in I think it's Campus Weekly. Is that a student publication? Or yeah, okay. So one of the emails that goes out every week, we were in there, but down in one of the lower sections. And so if you didn't scroll through it, you might not have seen it. So we hopefully can get some more publicity, especially now that we've gotten past the pilot stage and into a more permanent stage. And we can move into that new space, and perhaps we can partner with SGA to have an open house there. That would be awesome.
Yes, that's a really great question that you asked, Amber. I'm glad you asked it, because it's hard, first of all, for people to find the sensory lounge and also to know exactly what it is. So us and SGA have to do a better job as far as that. Michael, were you ready to speak? You can go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I was just wondering about the Sensory Lounge 2. You mentioned that like before, how people had been like taking stuff from it, and that's very unfortunate. What came to mind for that is in the new location, maybe we could implement some sort of like card swiper. I know we have one for the SGA office where people with their Spartan cards, they can tap in to the Sensory Lounge, and I don't know if that exactly keeps track of who goes into and out of the rooms, but it might be an option that I just thought of.
Thank you, Michael. That's a really great idea. We had thought about that originally for the current space that it's in, but as a pilot space, we didn't want to invest that kind of money in getting that set up. Apparently, it cost about $3,000 to get a card swipe set up, but I'm hopeful that we can do that in the new space, because I think that will be helpful and it will hold folks more accountable. So perhaps those who are thinking they would just come in to party and not use the space for what it's intended might think twice about it if they have to swipe in to get in. So yeah, I love that idea, and I think that would help it be a lot more accountable. I'm writing this down.
Yeah, great point, Michael. Oh, yeah. Any other questions? Exactly. Hillary, yes.
Hi, thank you for your presentation. I just wanted to say thank you for helping to set up the sensory lounge. I have sensory issues, and like I've been there and it helped a lot. So I just wanted to say thank you.
I appreciate you saying that. And I apologize again that this presentation is all oral because, well, you know, when you don't have the internet access on your computer, but I will send it out so that you guys can share it.
Thank you.
Yep, I will, as soon as this meeting is over and when Tina sends the presentation to me, I'll send it out to y'all. And if y'all have any additional questions or concerns, you can also email Tina as well. Is there any more questions before we conclude this part of Senate?
One other thing I'd like to say about the sensory, since it seems of high interest to everyone, because of the pilot project and particularly the support from SGA this past semester, we proposed a national presentation about the sensory lounge, and it was accepted. And we were able to present that at a national conference in July in Cleveland, Ohio. And we had, there were probably 75 to 100 folks from around the country that came to hear about the presentation and the work that we're doing in partnership with students at UNCG. So just wanted to say kudos to y'all. Thanks for that, because we couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, great job, everybody who was here in the last sessions. I know Hawes was here and some other people getting that legislation passed, working hard on that project. It's really, really important that we work with ORS and continue to work with them, trying to cater to all people on campus. But if that's all, if we don't have any more questions or comments, I'd like to say thank you, Tina, for coming to speak to us. I will send out that email with the presentation that you send me. And yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tina. Alrighty. Now we're going to do the SJDI committee chair appointment. So at this time, I will put Faith in a breakout room. And that is who I am trying to appoint. So let me see. No, not everybody needs to go. I'm sorry. Wow. Okay. Let me redo that. Because I've never done it before, y'all. So let me get everybody back. Let me close this and do it again. That's embarrassing, but it's my first time doing it. So, okay. Everybody come back. Everybody come back. Oh, I'm trying to keep professional, but that's hilarious. Okay. Everybody get on back in here. Okay. Can I talk to everybody to see if everybody's in here? Or what? Haas, how does it work? You ain't helping me at all. Haas is not helping me.
No. You have to. Okay, I can't see it from this side, but I know we had 38 people in here, so it's 25. So I don't know how to.
Okay. It says it's going to close in 21 seconds. So look.
Yeah,
Okay.
just you good. All you have to do is you just specifically assign Faith to this breakout room.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I clicked on her name, but maybe I have to click on everybody except for her.
We could just get Faith to leave, and then someone could just text her to come back.
Okay. Well, Shauna, you're a very smart person because I don't want to do that anymore. So let's just do that. Okay. For all the people who are rejoining, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to work a breakout room, but it's okay. All right. So we're gonna now have Faith leave the Zoom and come back when it's time. So see you, Faith. And let me advance the slide, please. All right. So just a short spill. Our previous SJDI committee chair was Azariah Attorney. She is no longer the chair and she is no longer in SGA. That is due to personal reasons. And I wanted to fill the spot for the chair position because the SJDI committee is very, very important. And so I did, letting y'all know now, I did get in contact with people within the committee to see what their suggestions were and see what their comments or questions were. And that's why I also chose to try to appoint Faith. Faith came to me and said that she was ready for the work that is going to go on within the committee. So of course, I was going to appoint her. So her major is political science. She's also pre-law. Her minors are sociology and American Sign Language. She's the president of the College of Democrats at UNCG. She's also the director of programming for the College of Dems in NC. And she is the vice president of the Pi Sigma Alpha chapter of Political Science National Honor Society. And that's just really my little spiel. I really don't have much else to say. Faith is always here in our Senate meetings. She tries to put in as much input as she can. And she's been present in her committees. They also have tablings and things of which she's taken charge of. So I think her committee members can also speak to her work. And yeah, so at this time, I'm going to mute my mic. I'm going to put in a voting Google form. You have to log in with your UNCG. Sorry. Before I do the voting, we're going to do Q&A, a 5-minute period of Q&A. So yeah, I'll mute my mic. And if you are ready, you can put your X in the chat if you have any questions. Yep, Mason, you can go ahead.
If there are no questions, motion to end the period of Q&A.
Do I have any seconds for that? Jaisha?
Second.
Do I have any abstain? Okay. All right. So now we are going to be in a 5-minute period of discussion. So this time, if you have any comments, you can do that. If you'd like to maybe speak about if you know Faith personally or have worked with her, anything like that. Go ahead, Kaylin.
Well, I know personally, for our committee, when we didn't have anyone to fulfill the position, Faith already spearheaded everything, and she kept us together and helped us plan our tabling and everything, and really helped out with that. So she took lead in that, and that was very helpful. A lot of us being our first year in SGA, we didn't really know what to do, so she helped out a lot, and I think she'll be a good fit for this position.
Thank you for that, Kaylin. Is there anybody else who has any comments? Okay, if there are none, I can entertain a motion to move into voting. Mason,
Motion to move into voting.
do I have a second? Michael?
Second.
All right, so now at this time, I'm going to mute my mic. I'm going to put the Google form into the chat. You have to sign in with your UNCG email to complete it. For my new people who are going to get appointed after this, you cannot vote yet because you are not officially a member of SGA. So just strictly the people who are already in SGA. And this is just for senators. Senators only can vote. All right. Okay, has everybody finished? Give me a thumbs up or something. Somebody have any technical difficulties or y'all good? All right. Okay, now I'm going to announce the results. So for the appointment, I'm going to ask y'all to text Faith, LaShonda, if you want to go ahead and text her. And then I'll announce. Faith is going to join us, y'all. I had to get her to leave the Zoom because, I was having technical difficulties with the breakout. Alrighty, so Faith, welcome back. So the results for you to get appointed to the SJDI committee chair is 21-020. Congratulations, you are the new appointed chair. Okay, now let me go ahead and reshare my screen. There's a lot going on, y'all. A lot. Yes, congratulations. Okay. All right. Now, new senator appointments. So at this time, I'm not going to go through each and every one of them, only because these were in the slides already. So I hope you guys reviewed the slides. I'm just going to talk about in a group as a whole how we did this whole process. I'll read off the slides and then I'll do my little spiel. Okay, so the first person is freshman Senator Amber Fairchild. Also, if I pronounce any of y'all names wrong, you can interrupt me if you would like. She is a freshman. She attended the chancellor chat. She was like front row and center. That's where I first seen her. And then she was like, hey, I seen you at the chancellor chat. I submitted an application. I look forward to hearing from you. And so that really gave me, a quick, introduction to her. And I could see that she was very active during the chancellor chat. I enjoyed her questions and her engagement. She's a major in biology and her minors are sociology and chemistry. And then I have a picture here for her. The next person is Senior Senator Emma Butterworth. Her major is social work, and she's with the conduct team. She was appointed to our Superior Court previously, I think probably last month. And so she's going to be doing work with that as well. She's a student advisor, and she's also on the Chancellor's Ambassador Program. And I have her picture here as well. And then School of Nursing, Senator Andrea Tyson. She is a senior. She's also a nursing major. She was with the Grogan Residents Association, a residential advisor for I think about 2 years. I think that's what she said in her interview. She's also with UNCG ANS, which is the Association of Nursing Students Chapter Network. And she's had many speaking experiences, especially with students on campus, for example, with PAL. So that is that, and her picture is here as well. And then lastly, but not least, we have like 2 more to do next week in our next Senate meeting. But lastly, we have Graduate Senator Kayla Perry. Her major is Consumer Apparel and Retail Studies. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. She has served with Hall Council. She has also served with GSA. She has also served with CARS. SWIB, which is Spartan Women in Business. She's also a member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, and she's also part of the National Council of Negro Women. So a lot of stuff there. So before I move on, just to go over how this process went, we had everybody apply via Google form. And then after that, we contacted people to engage in an interview process. Me, Haas, Kaylee, and Aaron, we conducted these interviews. We recorded some of them and we wanted to review them as a group. So I had them give me their input, their suggestions, and I made my final decisions. Just letting y'all know these were very professional. This is a professional, interview and all that good stuff. So these people have been very involved on campus. They've expressed interest. They had, they responded in timely manners as far as emails and things of that nature. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I have to say on all of their behalf. And I look forward to hopefully having them all in Senate. So at this time, I'm going to give everybody a 5-minute period of Q&A. If you have any questions about these appointments, please put an X in the chat. Okay, if there are no questions, I can entertain a motion to move into discussion. Mason,
Motion to move in discussion.
do I have a second? Grace?
Second.
All right, and do I have, oh, never mind. Now we're in a 5-minute period of discussion. So if you have any comments or concerns about these appointments at this time, you can put an X in the chat. Or if you know these people personally, and if you want to speak for them, you can. Okay, if there are no points for discussion, we can get a motion to move into voting and get this ball rolling. Mason,
Motion to end the period of discussion and move into voting.
do I have any seconds? Maisha?
Second.
Thank you so much, y'all. Okay, so I would try to do a breakout room again, but I don't want to try to do that again. So I can, Haas, do you want me to get them to leave again, or do you want me to do a breakout room?
Do you have everyone's contact?
I can email them real quickly.
Yeah, that would be easier. Then yeah, just get them. Everybody that's being appointed, just be on lookout for your email for when you should come back.
Okay, cool. All right, so Kayla, Andrea, Amber, and Emma, could you please leave the Zoom? Okay, they're all gone now. All right, now I'm gonna put the link for voting in the chat, so look out for that.
Could I get a point of clarification?
Go ahead.
Regarding, so let's say they're all voted in, will they be taking the same oath that we took? Or if they're just voted yes, then they're automatically in?
As I do have to swear them in, right?
Yeah, yeah. This is just because it was an appointment process. It was not an election. We would want to give the consent of Senate, approving the whole process and approving their appointments as a valid appointment. So we'd still need to swear them in. But if this was an election, that's why we're doing it this way, if you get what I'm saying. But they're still gonna get sworn in.
All right, thank you.
Okay, cool. Haz, do you want me to do that swearing in today or next week, whatever works best for us? I'm trying to go to the chat, y'all. Sorry.
Oh no, yeah. If they get approved today, just swear them in today.
Okay, cool. Where is the chat? Where is the chat? Why is my Zoom acting up? Oh, you're playing with y'all time, right? Okay, here's the chat.
I have a question.
Yes, Maisha.
All right, so for the voting thing, so if you pick yes, does that mean all of them get in, or is just like one person?
Yeah, so that's called a block vote. So with a block vote, basically, you're voting on all of them at once instead of all of them individually.
Got it.
And I'm about to send this email so they can come back in. So just give me 1 second. Pause. Did you put an X in the chat?
Yeah, I did, but it's sure enough.
Okay, cool. I just sent the email, so they should be joining shortly, y'all. Okay, can everybody hear me on this side? I'm having connection issues again. Yes, okay. Alright, so congratulations. The results from the appointments were 20 to 0. Might have been somebody that left. It's okay. But is everybody in the room? Congratulations to y'all. Congratulations. Clap, clap, clap. Okay, I'm about to reshare the slides, y'all. Guys, can you hear me? Can you go ahead and oh, hold on. What'd you say, Haas?
Do you need me to?
Yeah, go ahead. Can you go on and share the slides from your side? I'm gonna share the thing with you because I'm having connection issues, and I just want us to get.
Do you want me to preside over or in the meantime? I can't hear you for speaking.
Haas, go for it.
All right, cool. All right. Congratulations to everyone that got appointed. We welcome y'all. Sorry, this is the way y'all came in through Zoom. You know, we do not have our meetings in Zoom usually. So once we're in January, we'll get back on the roll. As far as senator reports, so let's go on and get these going. So for our first one, Jasmine.
Hey everyone. Sorry if there's stuff in the background. But what I've been my office hours Mondays 11 to 2, my email. What I've been up to, I did the EC blood drive, had my senator one-on-one. I've been doing a lot of things with Spartan Guys. We've been having open houses, and I've been doing a lot of tours and group tours. Been very busy with that. Yay. I've been meeting with a lot of PA school admissions offices, trying to make sure my schools are solidified. Working, I'm a CNA at Code Health. Lots of studying, lots of homework and semester stuff. I've been having meetings with legislative committee and storming the streets, and my pictures, me and my friends had a shark, I don't know how you say that, board party. It was very fun. Then it was my last first game, low-key sad. And that's my brother. You just go on. And what's coming up, a legislation workshop next Tuesday during Senate. Look forward to that. More meetings with more PA schools and getting prepared to apply in the spring. Yay. More work, more Spartan Guide stuff. Preparing for finals, and I'm on Thanksgiving break. And my quote is life is short, eat the Christmas cookies, because I love Christmas time. So I'm excited for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. Any questions there? No. If not, we'll go on to the next person. Marie. Are they present? I would hope so. Can I get a motion to move on to the next person? I would like to entertain that motion if they are not here. Mason.
Motion to move past senior senator.
Second on that. Is that Jaisha? Michael?
Second.
Appreciate you. And if they come back, we'll go back to her stuff. Can read that there. Oh, they're graduating, so congratulations. So. Cool, my fault. All right, Tyler, rock out.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you. So what I've been up to, I created a commuter senator group chat. So that's been good. We've been able to communicate better through that, and we can kind of brainstorm ideas now. It's kind of what we've been doing, bouncing off different ideas that we each have and trying to think of what we can do next semester to kind of represent our constituency. SGA tabling in the EUC, I did that. I went to the American Red Cross blood drive. I did my senator one-on-one with Maura. And it's getting to the point in the semester where homework and assignments and papers are just kind of piling up. So it's nonstop at this point. So this is a picture of me. I went to Washington, D.C. Also, I included some Squishmallows because I know that everyone else was including them in their slide. I don't have any, I admit it, but you know, I felt like it was a requirement to add it. So maybe someday I will have some Squishmallows. But
if you get one, I'll get one.
Yeah, there you go.
Next slide.
Yes, please. Okay, so what's coming up? These are some of the ideas that we've discussed as commuter senators and kind of what we can take on next semester. We would like to do a tabling event or multiple of them, if that's possible. We even discussed where we may potentially have them. Planning for a commuter senator appreciation week. Or commuter student appreciation week, rather. Helping commuter students learn about parking passes and meal plans. That would be ideal for commuter students. That's some ideas that some of my other fellow senators have come up with. Finishing papers, studying upcoming finals. It's kind of what's coming up. Hearing more from students, because ultimately it's important that the students know that we're here for them, that we care about them, that we have their best interests in mind. So my quote for this week is definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. One thing y'all didn't know about me is in high school, I actually in the morning, I would write a quote on the whiteboard right front and center in the front of the building in the school when people would walk in. It'll be an inspirational quote. I didn't really know if anyone was really paying much attention to it, but about a year and a half into doing that, I had a student come up to me and they said, you know, I've been reading your quotes every single day and it's changed my entire outlook on life. So you never know the impact that you may end up having. So yeah, definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. And that's the first quote that I wrote on the whiteboard when I first started doing that.
Thank you so much, Tyler. Yeah, it's the you know, we kind of take granted we don't really realize the impact that we make on other people. So it's good to remember that, especially in our positions now. Do we have any questions for Tyler? If not, we'll be moving on to the next person. Okay, see no questions. Next, our sophomore senator, Nevaeh.
I'll turn my camera on. Oh, I may have added too many pictures. But okay, hello. So my office hours are by appointment through email, and there's my email up there. What I've been up to, I've been working on my book. I've been trying to make straight A's. I had this informational and an instructor interview that I had to do. So I did that. And then I've been doing some volunteering. I went to the Chancellor chat. I just recently got promoted to a trainer at Starbucks, and then I was in this short film, and then those are just some pictures of the kids I was volunteering for, and there's my name that I put on the first generation rock, and the Chancellor chat pictures and just stuff like that. And then next slide, please. What's coming up? I've got a lot of exams like everyone else. I have my driver's test, my driver's license test coming up, my 18th birthday, my one-on-one with Maura that I just scheduled today. I was a little late, but I got it in. I'm applying for some law internships for this summer coming up. I'm going to look into becoming a Spartan guide because I just realized that that's something that I would really want to do. Hanging out with friends. That vegetarian thing, I'm going to mention that in the senator announcements thing. So I'll mention that later. And then a possible friendship with Omar Ali. Me and my friend Zion are trying to get really close to him because we want him to like us. And we actually got a selfie with him. If you see in the top right, he actually offered. So we're getting there. And then that's it for me.
Thank you so much. Are there any questions? If not, we go on to the next. Tim.
Hey, y'all, can you hear me?
Yep.
So, hi, I'm Matt Walker, Senator. My office hours is appointment via email. What I've been up to, tuition and fees committee just wrapped up. Kind of unhappy with the result, but it is what it is. There's a pretty large inflation changes with the fees. But next, I have the IFC exec meeting in the fraternity council. I serve on the executive board, so basically collecting grades and all that. I've been to Philadelphia for Pike University with my fraternity and some of my boys. It's a leadership summit. And recently, I've been going to a lot of Bryan School company spotlights. So recently just like Centas and Sherwin-Williams just to get my networking in with the recruiters, class registration, and homework, gym, and exams. Slide, please. What's coming up? I have to discuss travel allocation with Mason and the finance committee. Finance committee meeting, hopefully there's one before the end of the semester. But yeah, and meeting with my advisor, I'm thinking about double majoring in entrepreneurship, but I still have to figure that out. Meeting with Dr. Schaefer and storm the streets, tailgate. Last week, that was a lot of fun, but the weather's not really good. And obviously finals, and I'm going back to visit my grandparents in Taiwan in December, so really excited about that. But yeah, that concludes my forum. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that, Tim. Good. Be safe on your trip. Are there any questions for Tim? Seeing none, we can move on. And that was the last one. So, Mara, you good? You want me to keep going?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You next.
All right. Executive Council reports. All right. So president report myself. Yeah, so what I've been up to, we've been having executive council meetings on every Tuesday. So we had one today, we had one last Tuesday. I know we didn't have Senate. So we just been speaking on what we can do to help progress our association. We're thinking about doing a spring semester retreat. So something similar we had in August, but have it in January. So be on the lookout for that. We're gonna reach out to y'all about some times. Hopefully a 2-day thing that'll work out with y'all. So executive cabinet, we had a meeting like 2 weeks ago, but I didn't get to report that last week. That went well. My executive cabinet has really wrapped up what we're doing for this semester. So none of them are really on any big projects now, just wrapped up a couple of meetings. But Jeremy just had his ASG week. So shout out to him. He did a lot of work to, get that together and really go through some obstacles to make that happen. So really made some impact. Appreciate Jeremy for his resilience on that. We had an SGA Police Department Town Hall. Shout out to Jaisha and the Current Concerns Committee for that, putting that together. A good turnout in the first one. Second one could have been a better turnout, but we got some good questions and very good answers from that. So appreciate everyone that came out to that. Yep. And then I had a meeting with Chancellor Gilliam. I had a one-on-one with him, really discussing, giving him the climate of SGA. That's really what I do when I have my one-on-ones with him. Read him some legislation that we pass, all of the legislation that gets sent to him. He really just asks what we're doing and then just gives us advice. He says we're doing a really good job, just making our presence known. And now he just really wants to see us make some impact. Something that I've been hearing from administration is probably, I probably reiterated this before, but just working on legislation. So when we come back in the spring, just focus on some policy we can change or anything we can write and form. So I want to see some of that rolling up. We had ASG weekend this past weekend. We hosted ASG virtually. That was okay. I mean, it was on Zoom, but If we had it in person, it would have been better. But we were just fortunate to at least showcase our history. Presented a slide Jeremy did that showcased what UNCG is and our Spartan spirit. A lot of people were interested. Had some questions about our homecoming and stuff like that. So that was cool. Last night, Black Student Union Pi Zeta chapter had a night at the Apollo in the auditorium. That was fun. A lot of good acts. It was good to see everyone out there and the talent we have. So shout out to Black Student Union and Pi Zeta chapter for that. We had the first basketball game of the season. That was fun to go to. So that's a picture of me, my younger brother, and then my LBs. We went to the game. So unfortunately, we lost. And I want to blame one of my LBs. He was talking trash. And then he had 30 points on us. So I'm sorry about that. I'll take the blame for that. But we'll go and support. I think they had a game today. I don't know if they're wrapped up yet. But like I said, try to get us involved with athletics, and we can collaborate with them. And then I had a meeting with dining alongside Jordan, and they actually discussed new meal plan options that will be coming. So I can briefly tell y'all there's going to be 3 new meal plans that include unlimited options to the CAF with different flex options. So like the first one's going to be like $200 unlimited swipes in flex. And then the next one is like 80 in flex, 40 in flex, but they all have unlimited options because the dining is going to a direction where they're trying to expand what Fountain View is, in a sense that where they want to have different sections in dining. So like a study section, where they're gonna have coffee over there and you can just chill and get your meals and it'll be more accessible. They have other sections for like social, and just so they really want. So maybe some of y'all don't know, but before COVID, Fountain View was really a place that everyone was just at all day, every day, just doing homework or just gathering. So they want to bring that back. So they're doing a lot of that, but they also explained to us the financial stuff. So a lot of facility stuff they have to do. That new piece of 24-hour vending machine is opening up soon. So they just installed a new Spartan card reader so everyone can have 24 access and such. But that's what has been going on. Hillary, you have a question?
Hi. Thank you so much for your presentation. I wanted to ask if you mentioned anything about the Gateway Research Park, because we still don't have any dining options within 15 minutes.
Yeah, so what me and Jordan have been actually talking to them about, and Gateway was one of the places that we mentioned, but we're also working on, and Jordan can go in depth, but we've been working with them to get food options in Spartan Village as well. So they've actually been reaching out to not vendors, but restaurants and stuff that would probably like to partner with UNCG to open up shops in Spartan Village and anywhere around the facilities that UNCG owns in Gateway. But they having to do more research on that. They're not as familiar as to what they can do on Gateway. So I would have to get back to you about that on their follow-up. But I know there were some complaints about Spartan Village not having restaurants anymore. So Jordan has been working hard, and they've actually been identifying, like, it's actually making some progress. So we'll be seeing new restaurants over there in that area soon. But Hillary, I will be getting back to you once they follow up about Gateway.
Okay. Yeah, I've been emailing people about Gateway, trying to get like healthy vending machines. So hopefully that works out. But thank you so much.
No problem. Next slide is what I got coming up is just another exec council meeting to plan that retreat. Got a chamber meeting that I want in December, so Ledge Board be on the lookout. So as a cabinet, and then I'm home for Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna be cooking. That's a plate I have made this week, and then I'm just gonna lock in for finals. So that's my report.
All right. Hello, friends. So what I've been up to, work, class, homework, and life. Office hours this week are going to be email me because no one is going to be here. So if you need anything, you might get an out of office email, and then I'll respond to you when I'm back in office. A much needed break to my next point. Senator appointment interviews. Congratulations to all the senators that were appointed. Storm the Streets, SGA Town Hall. My last PAL small group ever. That is pictured on the left-hand side. Dinner with Dr. Craig. On the right-hand side, that is food. I literally got a salad and mashed potatoes. It was delicious. And then my roommate's senior recital, I got to see her play viola for her requirement for the music education major program. And then those are just pictures from the streets. We can move on. What's coming up is weekly meeting with exec council. Like Haas said, we just met right before Senate. Bi-weekly meeting with GovDocs committee. Surprise, I was an Avalon grant winner, so we are putting on a program for NST and FYE. Grad school apps, no more to say about that. Study abroad, I submitted my application to go on the grand tour of Italy today. And then prepping for the end of the semester. And then my quote for this week is, "I live in music and words in the fires of the heart" by Mary Oliver.
I hope y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Okay, y'all. So my office hours, I should have updated mine. They are the same, but not really, because I won't be here either. So email me or text me if you need to talk to me or you have, anything you need to meet about. What I've been up to, Senator one-on-ones. If you have not scheduled your Senator one-on-one by the end of this month, you will be receiving that email from me. And then exec council meetings. We had one today. Interviews with applicants for SGA. We appointed some people today, and we will get them sworn in next week, and we will also get the other people appointed next week as well. There was the Alzheimer's awareness tabling the SJDI committee did, and there's a picture there on the left. That was a really, really good turnout. I love the little squishy toys. I definitely took like 3 or 4. And then SGA and PD Town Hall, that went good as well. BSU United Apollo, that was lit. Community service, I did to the adopted stream, Greensboro community service cleanup at one of the creeks. And I love that. That was really fun. I love nature. And I got accepted into the Costa Rica study abroad program. So I will be going to Costa Rica next summer. So excited for that. So yeah. And for these pictures at the left up here, that's BSU and Pi Zeta. And then over here to the right, that's just a picture of the creek that I just found so beautiful. Like that water, y'all, I could have drank that water. I could have swam in that water. Like, okay, maybe I did too much, but that water looked good. Okay, you can go to the next slide. Thank y'all in the chat. Okay, what's coming up? The SGA seniors are graduating. Like, what are you talking about? They not leaving. Alani has been the legislative assistant for a long time, and Alani will be leaving us. And so I will be doing some senior highlights next week for all the good seniors who are a part of SGA. And then I have finals, papers, homework. The last Senate meeting is next week. I do expect people to still be there next week because we have to do a legislation workshop, and we will be going over the spring 2023 timeline approval. And so that means that if you want to come back to SGA, you need to be there so that you can approve this timeline and, do what you need to do. And legislation is really important too. What Haas said, we need to get legislation wrote so we can change some policies and make some big impacts in the 100th session. As far as my pictures, I have a picture of me, Grace, and Jai at the cleanup. We look a little rough, but it's okay. We was doing work. And then a little congratulations email. And then there go my baby cousin. I love her so much. And that's pretty much it. Okay, he want me to go ahead and talk. My connection still might not be trustworthy, but okay, Senator Forum, any senator may speak for up to 2 minutes at this time on matters pertaining to SGA. Just for my new senators, this is the time for you to do any announcements related to SGA or your outside organizations that you may be a part of. So yeah, put an X in the chat if you need to speak. Oh, gracias, Michael, for that. I didn't see that. Okay, Nevaeh, you can go ahead.
Okay, hello. So this is just what I want to talk about, what I mentioned in my my senator report. So I'm going to the CAP, and I was just realizing how we do have a lot of vegetarian options, but honestly, I really feel like there should be more. And so I was wondering, I was like, oh, wait, I'm an SGA. I could maybe, I don't know, bring this up and see if we could maybe do something about this. So I just wanted to bring this to the table just to get some more gluten-free options, vegan options, vegetarian options, because it sucks when the main thing I have to resort to is like Alfredo or something like that. And, sometimes people want ice cream, but, they're lactose intolerant. And I don't know, I just felt like it would be cool to bring up. So.
Yeah, Nevaeh, that has been a ongoing issue that we've been trying to deal with in SGA, trying to, accommodate people who have different dietary restrictions and things of that nature. And writing a piece of legislation would be very, very beneficial on your part, because that is a form of saying, hey, we as a whole, we need this to change. So yes, Hans, you can go ahead.
Okay, someone
Wait, I lied. You're not a senator. Can someone yield their time to Hans?
It's in response to her, so yeah.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
If someone needs to yield their time, can someone yield their time?
Jaisha, are you yielding your time?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So I found out that because of inflation, it's a lot of money stuff going on, but the cheapest options right now for facilities to buy are vegetarian options. So when I had my conversation with dining, they showed us a chart, and I was explaining to them that, maybe since they're the cheaper options, we should start looking into more vegetarian options, and they are going to do that. So just get up with me, like email me, and then we can have some discussions with Jordan as well to try to change that, because there are a lot of vegetarian options, but I don't know if there are options that will stand out to you're like, well, I want to grab that, so maybe we need to give them some feedback on that end, but I like that.
Thank you.
Hillary.
Hi. So the current concerns committee is trying to focus on dining next semester. So and I feel you, I'm vegetarian too. So we'd be happy to help you out. That's that's all I want to say. We'd be happy to help you out. Thank you.
Okay, if there's no more senator stuff, we can move on. All right, now announcements. Any member of SGA may speak for up to 2 minutes at this time with any announcements they may have. So put an X in the chat if you have any announcements, please. Okay, if there are no announcements, we can move forward, but wait, before we get that roll call, Alani, I just want to say, just a friendly reminder on my part, please schedule your one-on-one with me. If you have not did that, it needs to be done by the end of this month. I will not be doing any meetings past probably the end of November. And then as far as attendance, next week, we will be having another Senate meeting. Please come prepared to do a legislation workshop and to approve our spring 2023 elections timeline. But that's all I have on my part. Alana, you can go ahead if you're ready.
Freshman senator present.
Freshman senator present.
Dominant.
Sophomore president, senator present. Oh.
Nevaeh.
Sophomore senator present.
Chloe.
Sophomore senator present.
Jalen.
Junior senator present.
Austin.
Junior senator present.
Faith.
Senior senator present.
Mary. Hillary.
Graduate senator present.
Kennedy. Meyer.
Commuter senator present.
Michael.
Commuter senator present.
Ahmed.
Commuter senator present.
Tyler. Tyler. Jasmine.
Residential senator present.
Maisha.
Residential senator present.
Manny.
At large senator present.
Jaisha.
At large senator present.
Kimberly.
At large senator present.
Charlotte.
At large senator present.
Tim.
At large senator present.
Grace. Taylor.
Student org senator present.
Lauren.
Mason,
Bryan School Senator present.
Kayvon, Marley,
College of Visual and Performing Arts Senator present.
Morgan.
School of Health and Human Sciences Senator present.
That concludes roll call.
Alani, did you get Grace?
Yeah, I got Grace.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'd like to adjourn now at 8:29. Have a good Thanksgiving, y'all.